Good day. In this video, I'm going to share my opinion on the effects of globalization in the Philippines according to the environment, to the Filipino people, to the finance, and to the economy. So first is the environment. The effects of globalization to our environment according to the study of Federico V. Magdalena, the globalization has created havoc in endangering food security, increasing risk of damage of life and human property due to disasters such as flash floods, soil erosion, pollution, and many more. As I've read the study, the globalization creates a really huge effect in our environment. And in my own perspective, I think that in order to prevent the effects of globalization to our environment, the Philippines must become more environmentally resilient and better equipped to cope with the impact of natural disasters and recover rapidly, as well as we Filipinos must be responsible in taking care of our mother nature. Next is the effects of globalization to the Filipino people. The positive effect is more opportunities. It helps to give Filipino people more job opportunities, especially abroad. Creates a strong relationship. It creates a strong relationship towards other countries that would help Filipino people to be known all over the world. This globalization enables our country to work together to support and unite to another countries. Makes work easier. Because of technologies, this will help Filipino people do their work a lot more easier and faster. As well as with the use of technology, we can easily communicate with our loved ones and towards other people. Improve education and flow of information. These help Filipinos to develop and improve their skills that would help them in their careers. With the flow of information would help us to acquire accountable and reliable sources of information. Raise awareness. Globalization help us to be aware about global warming, climate change, and the natural resources of the Philippines. Although it have positive effects, there is also a disadvantage. Because of globalization, some Filipinos would experience hunger and they will be dependent on the technologies invented. This will also result in a lack of Filipino custom and values which the majority of younger Filipinos do not value and do not practice in their daily lives, especially in the agricultural sector. Globalization is not helpful because of exporting rice goods that would affect the income of our farmers. And as we all know, the Philippines has many natural resources, and if the government teaches and support all the Filipinos on how to appreciate and protect these resources, we will be no longer need to export goods to other countries. In my opinion and understanding about the effects of globalization to us Filipinos, I think that we Filipinos must need to balance and be responsible to the proper use of the advantages and to avoid the negative effects of globalization. Lastly, to the finance and economy. As I've read some websites that discuss about the effects of globalization to our finance and economy, I understand that globalization plays a vital role in the development of Philippines' economy and finance. It allows people to move and work in different countries and goods from different countries that can be imported and exported to different countries and destination. It assists each country in developing a global economy and increasing its income. Also because of the foreign companies that build up here in the Philippines benefits globalization in terms of industrialization, manufacturing, improvements, and economic growth. This means that globalization really affects positively to the Philippines and to the economy of the Philippines. In conclusion, globalization is really important in each country. In the Philippines, it gives a huge impact that have positive and negative effects to each sector, but we can prevent those disadvantages when our government lead and use it in a right way. This globalization had a great benefits. That's why globalization is really a great help in our country and also to the Filipino people. And we must remember, we need to be a responsible citizen.